Hey everyone, how's it going? D-Stab with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, man. You hooked up the hype train already in the morning. And Coconut God and Magical, thank you, thank you. Uh, Extra shout out 2 times to D-Stab, man. Thank you so much, dude. And Danny Quito, thank you. And Deer, thank you, Deer K. Deer K12. And Drifting Sunset. Jesus, you guys are going crazy this morning. Must have really liked some call out or something last week. Catch up on chat here real quick. Kanji, dude, thank you, man. Yeah, I had a good weekend, Ari. Worked on my house, that's all I did. Outside of the normal production stuff, the little bit of free time I had, I worked on the house. Thanks for another weekend of BE. Yeah, so those BEs this weekend were sessions back in the day that I did. People have been going crazy for those butterfly effects, the analytic videos. They've been going absolutely nuts for them. People absolutely love that. People want me to do a lot more of those. They've made that very clear. Crank that AC. Yeah, we got a really good air conditioner, so we're good, man. We got a really good furnace. But yeah, the heat on the West Coast is insane right now. Plus 44 it's supposed to be in a few days, tomorrow or something like that. I was out in the heat working in it yesterday, so I'm a little tan today. You got the top at 35,272. Sweet, man. You subscribe to Discord? You have to join the Discord tier through Patreon to get access to my Discord. Level 2 hype train, dude. What the hell's going on? You have to join the Discord. You call the heat top? MA series is incredible, not just for trading, but betterment in life in general. Yeah, mental analysis evolved is crazy. UK has banned Binance. Is that like new this morning or something like this? UK's financial regulator bans largest crypto exchange. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. The way that things are unfolding with Binance reminds me a lot of Black Friday. I think Liquid will agree with that, and so will. Hold on one second. Sorry. Numeritos and the other poker. Sorry, getting DM'd. That's fine. I'm just gonna turn that off. I think a lot of the poker people who were around for Black Friday will agree with me that it feels ridiculously similar. There's a striking similarity right now to the way that the crypto world is being run, to the way that the poker world is being has been run, and the slots world. Like, there's so much crap going on right now. It's gross. New chair? Am I new here? New here. It's not a new chair. I've had this chair for like 3 months. Made my morning while working my 9 to 5 to gamble. Nice, dude. Analytic videos are so cool. I do those. Every mistake so relatable. Yep. Will you cover what to do with this Binance thing? Is it going to spread through Canada? I'm directly affected in Ontario. I'll talk about it. 30k out of the picture. Well, we're going to see. Volume, I don't pay any attention to volume, dude. I don't like losing money, so I don't watch volume. You want the, I don't know how to trade crypto traders who use volume and EMAs and shit like that. Binance rip. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it a bit. I'm going to read this news article quickly. We can read it together, I suppose. Cannot conduct any regular activity. Issued a warning to customers about the platform. Binance Markets Limited. Binance's only regulated UK entity must not, without prior written consent of the FCA, carry out any regulated activities. No, it looks like it's not margin. It looks like it's July 2nd. Whoa, all records relating to UK cut and consumers and in whoa, by July, that's quick. So I tweeted about this weekend a little bit. I'm going to talk about this today. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about the Canadian ban. So I do work with organizations, and I do work with, not anymore, but in the past I have worked with organizations, and I have seen a lot of behind closed doors things. Compliancy is yeah, I'm going to talk about this. Let me just finish reading this. Okay, that's good. I'm going to get medicine real quick so my throat doesn't get cooked out while I'm talking. I'm going to swap this over to the crypto screener. Maybe not crypto. Maybe we'll just go to the main screen today. Banning will affect my growth? No, I don't think so, dude. Okay, I'll be right back, and then I'm going to catch up on chat and tackle this. How do you gotta work? No, I don't think this will affect my growth. If anything, I think it'll help it, to be honest. But the Canada directly affected in Ontario. No, that's not. Do they have stopped leverage trading? I'm gonna read another article about this because you guys are saying it's leverage trading. Here, the BBC, they don't really screw up their reports. I'm assuming it is just margin trading. So the firm cannot conduct any regulated activity. I mean, I think this is a good thing, to be honest. And I'm going to talk about why, and I'm going to talk about this. I just want to make sure I'm reading these articles properly. I'm gonna read another one. Regulated activity. Okay. Firm cannot conduct any regulated activity. So I'm assuming margin trading falls under the regulated activity category. I think this is a big problem. Money laundering and tax offenses. I think this is a huge problem all over the world of crypto. I've been saying this for 6 months on my stream. So the thing about Ontario, Canada is Toronto is a major hub for crypto. In the crypto world, whenever I've been asked to be a part of things, there's an alarming amount of times that I'm doing business with some type of sector out of Toronto. So the Ontario, Canada thing is like a pinpoint strike because Toronto is like a major hub for crypto across the world. This is funny. This is what I said. I do believe they are trying to comply with regulations, but it's often a business. It's an ask for forgiveness model where they hope they can make enough money. So if they do incur a fine, it's yeah, this is what I was saying, that they just try to milk the money as much as they can and then deal with it after they've made the money. That's kind of what I was saying last week. You're still centralized. God, this is such garbage. We're 12 years into the crypto adoption cycle. These things just take time. Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Okay. Catch up on chat and then talk about this. Yeah, I don't think this will hurt my growth at all. If anything, it'll help it. All the garbage people out there who have no idea what they're doing are going to not be able to like continue moving through. They've stopped leverage trading, and Binance says they will launch a new Binance UK app. So this is probably the route Binance will go. Now, I don't know for sure. I have no insight to this, but if I had to assume anything, being in this industry for a while, they're likely going to go the same way they did with Binance US. They won't completely abandon, but what they will do is they will now start to create new platforms for every country. Like there'll be a Binance Canada, Binance UK, Binance US. Like they're going to probably have these different sectors. There's too much money in it for them to not. So they'll likely launch that, you know, the day that they're not allowed to operate anymore is probably the day that it'll launch. Stocks don't slow, or aren't they don't slow. Stocks don't go that slow, and they definitely don't suck. I don't think it should. This is not going to stop anybody from becoming day traders. There's too many tax problems. They need to be banning these sites. Honestly, this is like a good move. They need to be banning this shit all across the world. Binance and these cryptos, they need to be banning them all across the world. As much as I love crypto, it's such a scumbag industry. It reminds me so much of Black Friday in the poker world. This and slots, it's insane. It's insane how much garbage these exchanges get away with. Yeah, you could just If crypto is banned, you would just move over to stocks or commodities or forex. It would make no difference. People who associate becoming a day trader with crypto just have like the get rich quick mentality overnight. If that's the only thing you can see, because it's still all the same in stocks. Crypto is not something new. Crypto is a stock market, just like all the other markets. I shouldn't say that's not a stock. Well, technically it is. I can still trade 100x yes massage. I'm not in Ontario. Let's turn the music down a little bit. What would I trade? I'd just go to stock markets, dude. Stocks, forex, commodities, it's all the same. Crypto is no different than anything else. Crypto is just a 24/7 market. So I used to trade currencies, Picnic, but you know, crypto moves so fast now. It's nice to trade crypto. Binance went blind on regulations. That's why this is happening. So the major problem, I tweeted about this over the weekend. One of the big problems is this: governments are bleeding money because people are using write-offs. It's quite a scummy model that people do. So say you have a trading company and they have $500,000 that they've gotten from a client. Company goes and trades that 500,000 on a crazy trade. They lose the money. They write it off to the government. Everything is normal. $500,000 of losses. Carry that forward. Cost of business, right? Lose 500K in the markets. Oh, well, it's cost of business. Carry it forward moving forward. $500,000 write-off. No big deal for the company. There's a $500,000 of money is now $500,000 write-off. Then the customer who gave that fund $500,000 also writes it off, creating a double event, like a double tax event for one pile of money. So now you have the company making a $500,000 write-off and a customer making a $500,000 write-off on $500,000, which is potentially $100 million. Jesus, $1 million write-off against $500,000 worth of money. This is a major problem for governments. This is what will raise taxes and bleed governments dry. And this is what's happening like crazy. This is what has always happened in the markets. But with crypto, it's happening at an alarming rate because so many people are willing to just, oh, we've got X amount of money. And there's a lot of different umbrellas of things you get into that with, like tax harvesting. A company has $25 million in taxes they owe, so they just go harvest it and just say, oh, we'll put 20 of it into the stock markets and a crazy thing like Bitcoin, where, you know, we'll do a decent amount of leverage, and if we lose it, we could just use it as a write-off. It's $20 million that we had to pay to the government anyways. Now this is a little foresighted. It's a little bit of a linear scenario with you know, couple different outcomes of the way this works, but in theory, they're doing tax harvesting with it. They're using, if they owe the government $20 million or $25 million in negative debt, they'll, in taxes, they'll just go and take $20 million and just sling it into a margin trade on Bitcoin. Now, it's not that crazy where they just go, oh, 100x $20 million, but they're willing to lose it, so they're willing to take a massive risk position, right? And because of the way crypto moves so fast, that 20 million can turn into huge amounts of money, pay their tax debt, give them net profits, and then pay the further tax on the net profits. Or they can just wash it completely and say, well, it was just a slingshot anyways. We don't have to pay the money regardless. So now we can just go into the crypto markets. Then the clients write that off too. So whichever clients are saying, I want to be in a high risk thing, I don't care the outcome, just put me in the high risk. And then, so now you have $40 million of write-offs or $20 million of write-offs. Like there's too many people taking advantage of crypto's tax schema. There's way too much of this going on in the world. People have done this to themselves by going insane with write-offs, loopholes, not paying taxes. On top of that, people are refusing to pay their taxes, so it's putting a burden on the governments to chase people to pay their taxes. So you're having double tax events, burdens for governments to prove these taxation laws. Like, you live in their country, you pay their taxes. There's no two ways about it, but you're costing them money to do so. So now they're just going to ban it from the source. So people have done this to themselves, which wouldn't take a crystal ball to see that this was going to happen. I've been preaching this for 6 months, that these exchanges and the way this shit is run is crazy. Invisible money is the stupidest thing we could ever ask for as a society. People who want invisible money and crypto can't be traced by banks and this and that. This is not a good thing. This is a fallacy by moon boys who think invisible money, don't pay taxes. This is great. The government can't see our money. Yeah, well, it's not going to be so great when your neighbor's selling AK-47s because it can't be traced, and you have black market dealers all across the world selling nuclear weapons or drugs. Oh, can't be traced. Sorry, cops come. Can't prove that somebody's bought an AK-47 from your neighbor who's just a normal guy. Yeah, I paid for it in crypto. Can't see it. Oh, sorry, you can't trace it. Oh, we can trace it, but we need your phone. Sorry, can't see my phone. Okay, let's enact new privacy laws. Now they can basically seize everything you have, and you're going to be monitored by Big Brother like it's crazy. Crypto is not a good thing for the world. The idea of the technology makes sense. The way people are using it is stupid. I've said this since day one. This shit getting banned, them cracking down on exchanges is exactly what needs to happen. VPN to trade on Binance. I don't know what that looks like. If you say you use a VPN, okay? Say you do it, you make, I don't know, 200K, 300K, doesn't matter the amount. What happens when you have to claim that money? Your accountant says, how did you make this money? Oh, I traded. Oh, I thought you can't trade in this country. Oh, well, I use a VPN. Oh, like, how does the government look at that? I don't know. I wouldn't know. Can you do it? Probably. You could probably trade the VPN. What happens when you claim your taxes, though? Eesh. I have no idea. I have no idea who this jurisdiction falls under. You guys have to ask your accountants about that. Binance went blind on regulations. This reminds me a lot of the poker world with Black Friday. Like, alarmingly, it's kind of crazy how much it reminds me of Black Friday. 35K. That's where I'm thinking next. It's crazy how much this reminds me of Black Friday. There was kind of this undertone that poker would get shut down for one day, and for like 3-4 years before Black Friday happened, there was always this big tax talk around it, just like there is with crypto. There, you know, for poker players, there was always, back 10-15 years ago, you know, when I was playing poker, there was always this underlying tax talk of, oh, we don't pay taxes. And then you had a few guys saying, you're going to pay taxes. And then most people say, you don't pay taxes, you don't have to claim it. And then a lot of people were like, oh, it's considered gambling winnings, so it's lotteries and this and that. And then people were making an income off of it. So it's not really considered those things. And then all of a sudden, there was too many people doing stupid shit, and bang, poker got shut down because they were operating illegally. Tax laws were being broken, and then bang, it all got shut down overnight. It was like, boom, the hammer dropped and poker was gone. It feels so similar right now, what's going on with this and slots. It's crazy. Binance just seems like a scam. I don't think they're a scam, but I do think there's some pretty shady practices that they do. Yeah, giveaway. Make sure you guys join the giveaway. It's only 2 days left in it. It won't matter, Larkin. You're looking too much into it, man. If I'm not worried about it, you shouldn't be. I think if anything, it's just going to help me because it's going to chase away all the garbage. You have exactly the same levels, Mark. Feels good. Nice, man. Governments treat us like animals in their farm. That's so far from the truth. It's not even funny. While the governments aren't exactly perfect, people often say, oh, it's the government's fault that this is happening. Oh, it's the government's fault that it's banned in Ontario. No, it's not the government's fault. It's not the government's fault at all. It's people's fault for skirting these tax laws. Government just enforces it, and they have to put the bad boy hat on. They have to put the, oh, I gotta play dad now because you guys are doing stupid shit and you're gonna wreck the house. That's what the government's doing. It's not their fault. What they're doing sucks. Yeah, I agree. It sucks. But they're doing it because, you know, all the babies are running wild in the house, and they're gonna fucking destroy the walls. They're gonna put dents in all the walls, and they're gonna wreck the goddamn house. Canada news: Ontario got shut down. You can still leverage trade. You could just go trade options. It's the same thing. You can still trade derivatives. You just can't do it on crypto. It's exactly where you're at in your trading career. Yeah, people have been going crazy for those mentorship lessons. I'm considering doing more in the future. That standard thing with a big company, fees just become the cost of doing business. I'm not sure what you're referring to with fees. Fines just become the cost of doing business. Yeah, there's a truth to that. I was talking about that last week, how, you know, Binance's take is just run it until you can to make enough money that it doesn't really matter what happened anyway. What's your real full name? Cotton Candy? Cotton first name, Candy last? What difference would it make if they make Binance UK? They'll have specific laws they follow. So just like Binance US, you probably won't be able to leverage trade, but they'll have their own sector that has to comply with the government. I can still trade leverage where I am, yeah. Black Friday is an event that happened in poker in 2011. September/November. It was when the government stepped in and shut down all the poker sites. Binance, because of all the shit coins they offer. I mean, Binance is just a platform. They can add 1 million shit coins. It doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, you can trade contracts and stocks. Yeah. I've been doing stock options in the US market. It's really nice. However, the thing I like about crypto is 24/7. Yeah, that's true. Money in Binance pull it? I don't know, dude. I don't think so. You just did your first covered call? Nice, dude. I was going to get into options in the future, talk more about this. I will definitely talk more about options in the future for sure. It's something I wanted to get into pretty heavily. I don't think the government's incentive is investing. I don't think they care about that. I think more they care about all the tax laws that are being broken. I think that's their main factor. I don't think they would make such a drastic move just to help incentivize the economies. That's not enough of a reason. While this may be a good byproduct of, you know, coming down on these exchanges, the tax laws that are being broken are where it's really, you know. What you're talking about is 100% real. It is. It's the problem is people, there's so much misinformation out there from inexperienced people that have no idea what they're talking about the markets, that have no idea what they're talking about taxation. There's so many people on Twitter and YouTube talking about this shit who have never actually filed taxes over maybe 50K a year to see, oh, there's different tax laws that apply. So the problem is that, you know, 90% of these people or more, if not 95, 96, and probably like 99% of these people have never claimed taxes on trading in their life. They're just content creators. They have no clue how it works. They've never been inside of a company in meetings where taxation is a massive cornerstone of a conversation or a strategy to make money. Like, taxation is like one of the major things that companies consider when they're working in funds. Oh, this is how much money we're going to make. This is a tax bracket. How do we create a sheltering so that we can take advantage of this taxation? This is like 101 trading. Is taxation should be on your mind if you're making any money at all. So the problem is 99% of people out there they just talk out of their ass. They have no clue what they're talking about. Oh, crypto is hidden from the banks. This is good. No, it's not good. This is a terrible thing to have money hidden from the banks. All of a sudden, like I said, your neighbor is going to be selling AK-47s out of their garage, and you live in a nice area, and all of a sudden you have a weapons dealer beside you, and he can't be arrested for selling weapons because he takes payments in crypto, and cops can't go and say, oh, you're selling weapons. Prove it. Well, here's the transaction. Prove it. You got paid in crypto. How can a police officer prove it? Oh, you just handed them an illegal weapon. No, I didn't. It's decommissioned. The firing pin is welded. It's actually just an antique. Oh, let me inspect it. Prove it. Prove we did criminal activity, and then you can inspect this AK-47. They can't. So all of a sudden, privacy laws have to be enacted where they can say, give me your cell phone. No, you're not allowed to see my cell phone. Too bad. Privacy laws say that we can. They might as well be able to walk into your house and spy on you. You might as well have cameras inside your home recording everything you say. The moment that a police officer can take your private property and see, like, this is a legal line that's being crossed. The moment a police officer can take your phone without your permission to prove you did a criminal activity is the moment all laws go out the window and everybody's fucked. So, like, privacy should be the major concern here for everybody. So invisible money is the stupidest thing I have ever heard of. People who say that and preach this crap, I have no idea how the world works. They're just crypto moon boys, or people who are sitting behind a Twitter account who just say, invisible money, save the world. My country is saved. No, it's not saved. Your country's going to be fucked even harder if you have invisible money. You have no idea the kind of bad shit that breeds. Taxation will be skirted like you have no idea, and then all government services will go to crap. You think you have firefighters now? Wait till everything goes invisible. You won't have firefighters. You won't have police. Like, this is a huge problem with the trading. It's not even the trading community, because the real traders, they don't give a shit about this, because they make money and they pay taxes, and they pay taxes so that they can continue to make the money that they make in trading, because if they didn't pay their taxes, eventually they'll go to jail. This is a problem with the influencer world. And the problem there is that influencers are 99% of the communication, but they have no clue the way anything works. They just say things to get people like, oh yeah, a bunch of morons around the world are like, yeah, F the governments. You see what they do? Invisible money. Let the banks burn. And then you have all the idiots following other idiots. And then stuff like this happens and everybody blames the government. It's like, no, you guys are idiots. You guys are so stupid. You have no idea what's going on. You have no clue about any of this stuff. And then meanwhile, there's people sitting at the top who actually know what's going on. And then they just laugh at all of us. They just laugh at all of us because they're like, look at these idiots. So they're all so stupid. They're just feeding the machine. Keep feeding the machine. Keep making us rich. So people will never get out of the cycle because their brain doesn't allow them to. They won't ever get a dollar from me. And that's the kind of mentality is why people are in this situation. But again, real traders don't care. It's the people who it affects and the people who care are the ones. It's just like all in their head. People are sitting here saying, oh my God, it's over. We can't trade. Leverage is done. It's just in your head, man. It's all this tax talk. It's just in your head. You just pay your taxes and trade. So if the problem is that, like, oh, we can't trade leverage anymore, so go trade something else. It's all the same anyways. So then people create this scenario in the head where they're done as traders. Trading's done for everybody. No, trading's just done for the people who are never going to make it anyways. It doesn't make it harder without leverage. You shouldn't be leverage trading unless you're a pro. Leverage trading is when you want to make 7 and 8 figures or more a year. You can make 100K plus very easily spot trading. You move to another country for a month and settle the things with money. Anybody who thinks that leverage trading being shut down is a bad thing, it's not. It's a good thing. These threats to leave could be part of the bargaining process. That could be true. DC has a good take on it. These threats and them shutting down could be part of a bargaining process. They could be in multiple years of negotiations with many countries, and this could just be, oh, okay, fine. You don't want to comply. You don't want to follow our rules. We'll just ban it. It's kind of like in a legal battle, right? Like, put your cards on the table, and then they, you know, flip over the ace of hearts, and they're like, you're banned. And you're like, shit. Taxation is illegal. Do I think we could break down here? I find this tax talk really interesting. This is like a multi-day conversation we're having about taxes. Do I think we could break down here? Like, I think you're still laddering right now. Okay, so you hit your target pretty perfectly here. You pulled back. You went after the deeper target. There was a target at 35.3. I don't think it quite hit it, but anyways, you can consider it tested because it actually tested the level. So back target this again, hold the move down. I'm saying 35. I'm seeing 35. I checked the charts for a few minutes before I jumped in the stream. I think 35 is where you're going to hit and break down if you can't get over 35 again. We could just leave it right there even. We'll pull it back a bit so it's not like cooked on the replayer. 22% profit steady. Good job, man. With Ontario laws, not that I know of. I mean, you could check FTX. I've heard a lot about FTX and OKX, but I think they'll probably fall victim to the same. Probably fall victim to the same outcome, but the premise of the government treats us like animals is highly dependent on the country. I agree with that. Thinking that taxation is somehow treating people like animals is absurd. I absolutely agree with that. Eritrea or North Korea, yeah. VPN trades are pointless. It's like winning money in a poker tournament while you live in a state online means betting is banned. First off, how are you going to report your income? So that's exactly, Liquid Cat is exactly. So Liquid Cat is a poker player. It has been for a long time. So he's probably sees a lot of the same stuff I see. Secondly, if you try to do some little Saturday laundry with it, you will lose up to 70%. I've done it already and I'm telling everybody don't do it. I agree. If you try to wash the money, you lose a lot. So there's no point in doing it. If you are claiming it on taxes, you could be in a lot of trouble because while you may be able to get away with it from a standpoint of, oh, I can VPN. What happens when you have to claim that? And they're like, oh, where did you make this money? Start Cotton platform, we'd all sign up right away. The chances all of Canada bans leverage trading, I don't think very high. I think this is an Ontario thing and every single province will have their own jurisdiction. You have to realize Toronto is a major hub for crypto. So I don't think there needs to be any other place in Canada that bans this. This is kind of what happened in poker as well. Like the US banned poker back in 2011. And then in Canada, it was banned in like Quebec, I think, for like 2 years. And then they unbanned it. Or no, it was actually longer than 2 years. It was like 6 years they banned it. I think it was Quebec. Quebec, they banned it as well. But the rest of Canada was just like, well, we don't care. They don't really care because it's still a form of... In anywhere else in Canada, crypto doesn't run the country, the province, but you have to realize Toronto is a major hub for crypto. There's exchanges that are posted there. There's direct dealings with the clearinghouse, the New York clearinghouse. So in North America, with the clearinghouse we use is in New York. So we have the New York clearinghouse. There's 5 clearinghouses in the world. Ours is New York. So all of Canada, US, and I believe Mexico falls under New York's clearinghouse as well. Toronto has direct ties to the New York clearinghouse. So Toronto is a major hub for crypto. I don't think anywhere else in Canada is going to ban crypto. I don't see what the point of that would be. They still generate tax income off of people who are trading. So I don't really see a point. Even if it branched out and spread across Canada, like all the Toronto businesses branched out across Canada, I still don't think it would happen. And Ontario has a very, very specific way they do things with their government. Doug Ford is he's very much swing the hammer before he thinks kind of guy. Now, I'm not saying what he did was bad. If whatever part of Ontario Doug Ford has to do with this, I'm not saying it's bad. It's actually good. I'm just saying that the other people who are running the different parts of Canada aren't as quick to act as he is. So I don't think it's going to affect anywhere else in Canada. I'm pretty sure it's going to stay localized to Ontario. In the end, it might just be Ontario that misses out and the rest of Canada just picks it up. Dash is testing your patience. I use Binance. What's on the charts today? Waiting to see what Bitcoin does here. I'm going to switch it to a 5-minute chart so we can see a little more inside of picture of Bitcoin and what it's doing. That's not the way it works, CyberPie. Breaking Binance TOS is illegal. At worst, your Binance account gets banned. That's not the worst that could happen. The government can say, oh, you made this money in trading. That's not allowed where we live. You owe it all to us. And then they could take every single penny without any kind of recourse. The worst that could happen is not, oh, your account gets banned, move your money. No. The worst is that you make 100K. The government finds out that you were doing it illegally because technically you'd be breaking their laws, not Binance's laws. They take all your money, charge you taxes on top of it, and fine you. So if you made 100K, they may take 100K, tax your 100K at 40K, and put fines on you. So they may take your 100K and make you pay taxes on top of that, and then fine you. So you could be, oh, I made 100K. Oh, I owe the government 170. Uh-oh, I'm 70 grand in debt because I wanted to skirt Binance's TOS. The worst that can happen is not Binance banning your account. It's the government taking all your money and fining you and making you pay taxes on top of it. Why ban it when you can just fix the loopholes? People create the loopholes. Government can't go and force people what to do. But when you say, why ban it when they can just fix the loopholes? Well, you can't just sign a piece of paper and be like, here's the new law. It has to pass through votes. It has to pass through, and it has to pass through a large legal process. You can't just change laws overnight. They go through a large legal process. And then who's to say people are going to comply? All of a sudden, the government puts out a bulletin saying, oh, here's the new tax laws. Nobody pays attention to that shit. Everybody just continues doing what they do. You can't really just fix loopholes like that. Finally caught me online. What's up, dude? Yeah, so Liquid Cat said it may be allowed on Binance, but still, what are you going to tell the tax man? Exactly my point. Sell it using Monero. They can't trace it. Yes, they can. People think it's not traceable. It's traceable. Just because it's run through Monero's chain and it's spliced into 1,000 pieces doesn't mean it's not traceable. Every single crypto transaction is traceable. Don't believe what you read on Reddit, man. You're a beast god. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Atmos. Regulation is good, but regulation shouldn't be made by people with their own agendas. Governments will always have their own agendas. Your neighbor Ray asking you to migrate his servers. Morning, Dolphin. Can you even trust governments right now? You can go live in a country where there's less laws. Your choice isn't, do I trust the government or not? You have to pick a country to live in, and they all have a government. So your choice is, which government do I want to live under? Your choice doesn't become, can I trust the government? That's not a feasible option. That's just an argument you have with yourself. Can I trust them? Yes, no. Or that doesn't matter. Yes or no. You still have to live in some country that has some law. So the only right of differentiation you have is to just, okay, which country do I live in? Not should I trust the governments. You don't really have a choice. You live in their country. Should you trust them or not? Saying yes or no has no end effect. It's not like, oh, we support crypto. Here's the rise against all governments. It's going to be, this isn't the Terminator. It's not going to be Skynet taking over the world because some independent company, right? Like, there's governments everywhere. Your choice as a human being is, which one do you agree with enough to live under? How are you so smart? Oh, sounds like a troll comment. I've done a lot of business in this sector. I've worked in a lot of situations where I've seen legal write-ups. I've seen a lot of company structures. I've seen a lot of ways that companies run their money, things like that. So think there's a lot of difference between governments and people caring about their environment, like fixing roads. I don't think so. Where do you think that money comes from? It comes from the governments. How high can NKLA? I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna see how it looks when it breaks out. Could be something that runs up thousands of percentages, or it could just go 200% and flatline. Do you need a lot of money to spot trade to make money fair amount to begin with? You have to build it, right? Can they really ban leverage trading? Absolutely. The way that the people are using it as a tool, like people are using leverage trading as a accelerated like again, the problem becomes it's very easy to go into a leverage trade and swing a shitload of money in it and make a shitload of money or lose a shitload of money. This type of swinging of income brackets is not a good thing for harvesting reasons, for taxation reasons. Yeah, it's just not good. Very informational. Yeah, I think this is a great conversation. I think it's like one of the most important things we can talk about as traders. FTX and OKX don't allow Ontario Reserve right now, so it sounds like they're just following compliancy issue. The break in logic is concerning people and their governments is that people don't take responsibilities for what they let their governments decide for them and abide by. Fact is, all people decide to follow or dictate whose leaders are. It's choice blindness. In a way, that's true. I would agree with that to an extent. I would agree with that, not to the point where I completely forfeit all opinions, but to the point where I think you're right. I just think there's obviously levels, and you know, obviously you know that too, because it's just one statement. But you're right. It's just there's a large breakdown of, okay, each, you know, category has its own independence to that. Here I am. What's up, dude? Cotton getting poker PTSD, yeah. What is going on in this world? 230 years. I don't know, man. I try not to think about it. I just do my thing. My growth is slow, but I'm happy to be here anyway. So you actually, you know what's funny? I couldn't wait all weekend. As soon as Saturday afternoon hit, I was like, man, I want to stream so bad. I actually couldn't wait to get on this morning to stream. I was thinking about it all weekend. I'm starting to get hooked on streaming, which means I'm probably going to up my time over time. As I grow, I'm going to definitely be here for longer periods of time every day. Because I'm starting to get kind of hooked on streaming. I love being here. It's the best part of my day every day. Outside of family, of course. It's too easy to win and lose money. How many times have you guys read a story? Like the Doge Millionaire is a perfect example. Somebody who's completely financially stricken, right? They've got student debt, they've got loans they owe money on. They're working basically to pay interest. But then they go and they invest shit tons of money in something like Dogecoin or this or that. And they take this money and they just put it into the crypto markets. Like, it's really bad for the economy to have this mindset that everybody can just be a millionaire overnight, because then it attracts all the people who are going to lose money. So it's not a good look for crypto, right? It's not, and it's not that it's not a good look. It's not a good, when I say it's not a good look, it means that, oh, one day regulation will be enforced, because the more people who do it, it's like, oh, that's not a good look for crypto, just some kind of influencer take. No, it's not a good look, because it's only a matter of time before enough people lose money that they outlaw it completely. So in a way, you guys should be really happy that these kinds of no derivatives, no margin trading, no futures trading laws are being enforced right now, because if they're not enforced, it's going to be a scenario where it's just shut down because it becomes too much of a threat, because too many people are going into this. How many people have lost so much money in crypto? That's all you never hear about crypto millionaires. For every think about this for a second. For every like crypto millionaire you guys hear about, how many people have you heard that said, oh, I've lost it all? The ratio is probably so staggering, people don't even pay attention to it anymore. How many times you read on Twitter, oh, I got scammed on Binance because somebody didn't understand how a trade worked, or oh, I lost all my money in crypto. Oh, I entered at 50K and now we're at 30K. Oh, What you don't hear is, oh fuck, I just lost my life savings. Oh shit, I've remortgaged my house and I'll have to work an extra 20 years at the end of my life because of this choice. People choose to hear, oh, I invested in Dogecoin and now I have $3 million. That's what people choose to hear. So if they don't start putting regulation on it now, the alternative is things stay how they are until there's one explosion. And that's it. They just outlaw it completely because it's too harmful on people. So also think about that for a second. Would you rather it have regulation now and be a small blip in the roadmap to getting it run legally? Or would you rather things stay the way they are until it just explodes? The difference between a lottery ticket buyer and a day trader. If you find yourself on the side of that statement that says, I wish things stayed the way they are right now, you're buying lottery tickets. You're not going to be a day trader. If you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense, I want to be here for the long haul. You're a day trader. Hey man, you're gonna have an income for the rest of your life. You're gonna be doing this for till you're gray hair and older, and teach your kids, right? So think about that too. Join the Discord, Dennis. People talk about it all the time in Discord. If you're stuck on the interactive quiz, join Discord, man. People are talking about that stuff all the time. A lot of people will help you there. So Apophis has a good take too. Governments from around the world take only the blockchain technology to create their own digital currencies and cut cryptos from growing at some point. We vastly underestimate the people's power, the people with power that can do anything they want. So banks have already been doing this. Banks have already done this, and they already will be doing this. The fact that blockchain has come around has just optimized what they were already doing anyways. Yeah, so FTX probably is following. FTX is probably following the law there. That's why. What the remaining blueprint lectures will be about? No, I will not tease you with that. Watermelon season, I like that. Bureaucracies can be tough, but how do I see BTC in the 5-minute charts? You can just hit this little arrow here, and then you can pick whatever time frame you want, and then you can just pick a star to add it beside. Like if I wanted the 75-minute, I would just do that. You could just pick a little star there to identify what time frame you want to add to your hotbar here, but you just hit this drop down menu, and then you can even go custom here. Like if you wanted 57 minutes, you would just go 57 minutes, and then you just hit the add button. Then you got a 57-minute time frame, and then you just take it off. You could even add it up there. The 30 minute, you got the 57-minute. So quick little tutorial for you. And these are really the only important ones that you need. There are some other ones I use, but I don't share those on stream. Some countries that are more crypto friendly than others. Yep, for sure. F the Ontario government. Doug Ford is definitely a character. I was born in Canada. F and chat for you. EU is working on creating new laws when it comes to crypto trading, mining by 2024, especially when it comes to margin. All these things are tightening up and power is being taken away from the user. Yeah, things will adjust and we'll move on. Just 100x trade BTC right now. Shorted it. It's an odd place to short. I'll agree with that. I'm gonna get rich before 2024. See, there's the attitude, dude. Whatever they do after that, that's up to them. Stream during the weekends. Oh, I need my free time. I just want to stream more. I do stream on the weekends, actually. I do stream, but it's for the patron community. You're hooked on us, bro. Weekend stream hype. I was thinking about doing some night streams, maybe. We'll see. Who are you to decide what people do with their lives and money? The government. You live in their country, you live in their laws. They're the people who decide that, dude. Imagine being back in like the medieval times or the Roman times and just living in a Roman city and being like, oh, this is my money, I'm not paying you taxes, who are you, the king? I don't fucking care about the king. Yeah, well, you're gonna get clubbed to death. Like, our society is no different now than when it was created. We just have more common sense and laws to protect people from being like murdered because they don't pay taxes. Or imagine living in a Viking city in the medieval times, like a Scandinavian city, and you don't pay your taxes. It's like, oh, okay, well, you're getting a different kind of butterfly effect. It's called, you know, for anybody who watches the show Vikings, you're gonna get butterflied if you don't pay your taxes. So I mean, at least they can't bludgeon you. That's good news. It's like, think about that. Like, this is our system hasn't changed since the Romans introduced it in bread, circus, and wine back in the day. They work us as hard as they can and charges as much taxes as possible to what we're willing to accept, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing anymore. At least we have logic and a balance now. He's waiting for $1, still waiting. Oh, well, let him wait, dude. Good on him that he made that much money. Roulette it is, yep. I'd rather no regulations. Move to a country where there's no regulations then, dude. There's countries like that exist, yo clown. Move to a country where there's no regulations and then you'll won't have to worry about it. Guys, what's some countries with zero regulations around crypto? Somalia, there you go. Life in Somalia, dude. And you'll be able to trade all the crypto you want. Tell us how it works out. Tell us how your everyday life quality of life is. I just took the first one I saw in chat. Yeah, go live in Somalia, dude, and see if it's good or not. If you like it, stay there. If you don't like it, then you have to move somewhere else. I like your lessons with a perfect week test. Thank you. You're welcome, dude. You always have this accurate opinions, thinking very differently from most people. Always like to hear your takes on some subjects. Yeah, I have a lot of experience in this market, so I do have a different perspective. I do believe I can day trade for a living. However, leverage helps me increase my income quicker. Yep, this is true. It's riskier, but you are correct. It does help. VSC is pumping. Let's take a look, dude. Rip for the 100x user who's tried to short Bitcoin. Viacombs. We looked at Viacombs, dude. Yeah, Viacombs, we looked at this before. It hit the perfect level, right? Where did you say you bought? Because we looked at this in the past. Monthly backside, is that what we had marked? I think it was a weekly backside we had marked. You bought the monthly backside. I think it's a weekly backside. Yeah, it was a weekly backside. A weekly backside got hit, and then it held the weekly range, so it like pumped like crazy, right? So good on you, man. It's like a great trade. It's first untested weekly level. You just, how high do you go now? Like, what is this thing up? 27%. Nice one, dude. Nice one, man. So I think you said you bought one. Well, he would have already been liquidated on 100x. So that guy, whoever in chat said, oh, somebody bought 100x, he's already gone. Feels bad, man. They did plan like that's definitely an opinion for sure, dude. I'll read that in a second. Someone transitioned from their full-time job to day trading. Oh, that's a great question. I think I should make a video on that instead of giving an answer here. I think I should make a video on that. I think we were all in for the central bank digital currency and something big to happen in 2023 derivatives contract, and all have been closed, not rolled over. I think they plan destruction of current financial system. That's a really big conspiracy theory, man. I don't think that's happening, but you know, everybody's got to believe in something, right? Do you think our currency will always be a zero-sum game? What do you mean by a zero-sum game with a currency? Maybe explain that more in depth, because it's a pretty, could be a loaded question, could be a very honest question, or I think it's too linear of a statement for me to really give an answer. So maybe just expand on that, Ari. king hung its owner for not paying his taxes in 1943. Yep. Dude, you're so angry when you hear people talking about BTC going 150k in December. Yeah, I mean, I called the 64.6 top. Just link them that video. There's like probably 10-15 videos of me saying that 64.6 is going to be the top back from like January. So just link them that. Link them the birthday stream, dude. The birthday compilation stream. The community highlighted like 5 or 6 times when I said that on different streams. Turkey right now, very limited regulations. North Korea, Somalia, Dubai. John McAfee whacked by US Gov. Who knows, dude? I'm sure that story is going to be conspiracy theorists and John McAfee are two things that go hand in hand together. You're going to see a lot of talk about John McAfee because of his involvement in the crypto world, and then you just get, you know, who cares? Let's say it is true. Who cares? Everybody knows the governments are doing things they don't tell us. We are allowed to see what they tell us we're allowed to see. This is most of the time for our own good. It sucks that we'll never know the full picture, but so be it. Then we don't. Who really cares? Like, what? This may be true, right? Like, okay, the John McAfee take, how corrupt he has a deeper knowledge because of how corrupt the government is. Who cares? Like, it doesn't affect our lives in any way. You live your life day to day and you make your choices to you make money, have a family, live your life. Who cares? Unless it directly affects you in the way that you're someone like Snowden or somebody who's working as a white hat or a deep level hacker who's actually has a day-to-day interaction with these things. Like, who cares? Who cares what they do? Just make your money, live off the grid. Like, who gives a shit? Right? Be financially independent so that these things they don't matter to you. Like, who really cares about that? Because we all know that there's stuff that the governments don't want us to know. How deep the corruption goes, you'll never even know if it's corruption to begin with, actually. So say there's a story where, oh, everything is corrupt. Well, why is it corrupt? What are they protecting? Are they doing it for our own good, or are they doing it for reasons of their own self reflection? We'll never know the reason behind it anyway. So even if we knew the story, we won't understand the reasons of the why. We can know the how, we will never know the why though. So if you don't know the why, what does it matter? You just, all those kind of things, they don't affect your life. The only people's lives it affects are those who are sitting there saying, oh, McAfee, he has all the secrets, and you know, okay, so he's gone now. It's the government's whack. They're all messed up, man. We're gonna hear about it all. Yeah, who cares? How does that change anything? It doesn't change anything. So we have the information, the freedom to know the information. Great. That shouldn't take precedence over having a family, being a citizen, making an income. Like, if you let that stuff take over, you already lost, dude, because you're just like one of these weirdos who are looking at a computer screen all day like, oh, the conspiracy theories are running rampant, what are we gonna do? Like, it doesn't matter. Just make the money. Who cares? Above everything else, money and family, dude. So like, it doesn't really, while this may be true, it doesn't do anything to focus on it. You know what I mean? And then even if we do find out what happens, we never know the why. And the why tells the story, not the what. So the what and the who don't tell the story. The why tells the story. And then the why of the why is telling the story of maybe the origin story, right? Andorra, Cayman Islands, India, China, Liberland, South Africa. You could try each country out, and you may find one where regulations are lackluster and it's great to live there, and then all of a sudden you move there, you start a family there, bang. 2 months after you buy a house, boom, regulation changes. It's not something you should try to avoid. Somalia is a bit scary. I wouldn't live in Somalia. I would also not live in El Salvador either. Hey Vig, what's up, dude? You need regulations if you want to live somewhere safe. Yep. Ecuador is a pretty scary place. Ecuador is definitely a scary place to live. From what I've heard. I don't know. I've never been there, but I've heard Ecuador is pretty rough. All the tax-free countries, you need to be the 7 figures to become a resident. I've heard Monaco was really nice. Day trading of their science is the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. Thanks. You're welcome, dude. I just hope you continue to do that. Not sure. I just hope you continue to kill it, make a difference, and continue to be here to support, man. Guy, girl, whichever. How much leverage? I would say don't start with any leverage. I wouldn't recommend 100x until you can make that decision on your own about big or small time frames. I wouldn't recommend 100x trading to anybody in this chat unless they feel like they're at a level where I can't teach them anymore. Womi? Sure, man. I can check Womi. I haven't done anything charted, but I think this is really cool. Womi, is this right? Oh god, dude. Uniswap? I don't know, man. No comment. If that's the ticker you wanted me to look at, achieved, I have no interest in charting something that Uni is based on Bitcoin. So everything under Uniswap will be based on Uni, which is based on Bitcoin. It's like 3 degrees of trying to chart something. Just chart Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin is moving up, then go buy those assets. That would be a great video content. A lot of people don't know how to transition. Yeah, I think that would be a great video. I think I'm going to do that. Try buying a home in the GTA. Yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't want to live in Toronto or not Ontario. A lot of people move out of Ontario for a reason. I don't think it's necessarily terrible in Ontario, but don't you think 35k is a bad short? No, I don't think 35k is a bad short. I think it has a chance to break down the move. Beyond expertise in trading, you also have very sound financial intelligence. Have you read any of James Richards' books? I have not. He talks about similar ideas and his experiences with leverage and derivatives working at major hedge funds. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? When you get asked to work with a company, you have to understand their legal structure. So typically what happens is you're going to be going into a meeting where you're given either a lecture or you're sitting with an accountant saying, this is how our taxation runs, this is how our company structure looks like. Those are important things to know. Those are very important things to know. Like making money without having a consideration of the accountability of the way the money flows, the flow of the money, like taxation, where does it go? How much can you make every day? At what point becomes too much? At what point becomes not enough? There's such a deep conversation at such a higher level to be had about if you're running actual serious money, how it looks and what the proper flow of it is. How much money did you make this week? Does that follow a strategy? Is it active or a passive account? Well, if it's an active account, that has a completely different transaction grace than a passive trading account, which is completely different, which is investing. There's so many different things to talk about when it comes to, it's a different game. It's a different game completely. You can make a career just off of the knowledge you can acquire from trading for a fund, or understanding the legal structure, the accounting structure, the flow of money, and what makes sense. It's a huge subject. It's a huge topic. But what do you think of Dubai zero taxes? I don't know. I know nothing about Dubai. I think it would be great to go there, and I think it would be awesome to see it, but I know nothing about Dubai. Missia Popescu? Massia Popescu? Palpasu? Mosia Palpasu? Something like that? Not sure if you heard of him. Died drowning yesterday. No idea, dude. Kim Jong Coin. Yeah, talking points with conspiracy theories are about as valuable as they are. I just don't and focus my time on making money. So that's the great thing. Dude, guys, I have a lot of stories I could tell you guys, okay? I've signed a lot of NDAs in my time. I have a lot of stories. There's a lot of stuff that I could talk about that would kind of rattle your guys' brains. And one day I'll write a book about some of this stuff when NDAs are over and it doesn't matter anymore, and we're so far past the point, because there's still, you know, kind of this agreement amongst gentlemen where you let everybody at the table finish lunch and dessert. So the NDA is the lunch, the dessert is their career. Gentlemen's agreement, you let everybody at the table finish their lunch, dessert, and have the option to have coffee if they want. So one day I'll write a book about some different conspiracy stuff, and I have a lot of shit I could talk about. It's very cool, but I love conspiracy theories as much as the next person, but I also realize that it's just, there's so much I've heard in my time and so many different takes where I've kind of, my jaws just hit the floor. And I was like, does that actually happen? I was like, yeah, that happens. It's just, it becomes a black hole. It becomes a black hole of negativity that you can never get out of. Like, it's just, there's no point. There's no winning. Like, what's the point? It just becomes a black hole that just sucks up your time, sucks up your mind space. It's just like, oh yeah, we're all sheep. Cool, thanks. I already knew this, man. Let's make money as sheep. Let's be wealthy sheep. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's just like, hidden levels of butterfly effect thing. Butterfly effect, man. And butterfly effect too. It is old as wars. I agree with Liquid. It's not a sign that the world is ending. It's a sign that society is still developing. This will never end, dude. As soon as we figure Earth out, then they're going to be fighting over Mars. And then there's going to be, crypto is illegal on Earth, but legal on Mars. And like, it's never going to end, dude. It's just, yeah, Monaco is beautiful. I've heard. You want to learn every piece of knowledge from me? Well, good thing I'm here every day. The science is awesome. I love my science, dude. My science will change the world. Omni, we're gonna exit scam soon. Who knows? Who keeps up with these things, man? Malta Islands after poker's Black Friday. A lot of people moved to Canada too, because Canada here, it never really affected us too much in Canada. It did because it was the US exchanges that got shut down, so we had to use it. You know, like you were limited in the exchanges, but then a lot of people moved to Canada. Actually, a lot of people moved to Toronto. Speaking about hubs for these types of things, a lot of people moved to Toronto. I've raced back my 40 Homer thoroughbreds against all kinds of folk. Desert Kings to Toby Keith to neighbors in my town with small concrete companies. The one thing you enjoy about trading is the arena. It is good, man. It is good to have that competitive flow with it. Yeah, I never said to take any shorts. I said anybody who took a short is going to get destroyed here because it's not moving down right now. Yeah, just don't use higher leverage. I agree. Anybody who's not a part of the giveaway yet, join it. It's over in 2 days. It's a crazy $2,000 clock. We're never going to pop right. Don't know. I'm exactly the opposite. I thrive in PvE and get lost in numbers and levels and minuses, everything people talking about on how the other ends. It helps me stay with it. I'm an old duck, I know. Nothing wrong with that. PvP is for, you know, even in trading, PvP is for the young breed. Just go about your way and make it happen, man. Gonna make it up one day to me because you're a day trader. All thanks to you. You're welcome. I remember hearing a story about a hedge fund corporation wanting to pay tax because their zero tax structure didn't look good. It was so tightly structured that taking it apart was nearly impossible. Same private jet was tax sheltered in multiple different countries. I mean, you can shelter things, but it becomes a big job. I mean, really the key piece of information there when you're talking about tax sheltering is owning a company that's grandfathered into these things. So then as company, you know, guys, there's a whole game, and there has been a whole entire game of buying shell companies. Like, I know people who have made millions of dollars because they went and registered like 20 shell companies back 15 years ago, and they just held those shell companies with smart setup. So they would pay like 5 to 10 grand per account to get set up properly. Well, they wouldn't pay it per account. What they would do is they'd pay like one big $20,000 bill, have a lawyer make the same structure for like 10, 20 different companies, pay 20K. It's like a really good investment. And now those shell companies are being sold for ridiculous amounts of money because they have a grandfathering of taxation laws that aren't available anymore. There's a huge huge game out there. It's gone now. You can't do this anymore. That kind of buying shell companies game. Look at it as like an investment. But a lot of people have done this in the past. I made a lot of money who are still holding on to these companies and selling them, right? So yeah, I think the thing about tax sheltering there, like there's things that are legal. It's just it becomes harder and harder. And there's a mindfulness about over tax sheltering things, because there comes a point where you can be held liable, even though it is legal, that you kind of abuse a system where you're making so much money and everything is so sheltered in a way that there's never a taxation hit on it. Like there is an overage of that where, you know, you can be held liable. So you know, you do have to be careful, but there are ways to shelter money differently. It's just, you know, it's legal. Is it legal? Then you can do it. If it's not, then don't do it. It's just as simple as that. Finance Canada about to be a thing. They've been hiring in Toronto. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the normal progression of what's going to happen, right? Just watch the replay, man, if you missed something. I mean, the level of down-to-earthness and humbleness Arthur Cotton Candy has is the only thing unbelievable in this channel, because everything else is well explained. Science of TAPA and MA by Arthur Cotton Candy. Guys, please stay as much active as you can. Spread and share, because he deserves at least 100 million followers. Dude, I hope so, man. Your student, Vig. Thanks, man. Much appreciated, dude. I'm so far away from Butterfly Effect. I'm in the future of trading. Can I start Butterfly? I would finish it. I would finish that and then go through Butterfly after Blueprint. I would finish FOT and Blueprint. Didn't mean to take you down the conspiracy hole, but you didn't take me down the conspiracy hole. I have, like I said, I have a lot of stories. I've heard a lot of things, everything from military things to financial things. I get involved in a lot of different aspects of life because of who I am as a trader. When you work with companies, you hear a lot of stuff. Sometimes not on purpose, sometimes because you're told them so you understand a bigger picture. I definitely would love to share some of the things that I've learned in my life, but you know, one day I will. Huge reaction on 20K. I think it's possible for sure. Thanks so much for putting stuff free. You are unique. Thanks, man. You'll make a personal gift and join Discord. Wait for you, man. We're all waiting for you. I hope you do really well. We're all sheep under someone who knows who can influence others more than ourselves. It's fine. I'm a sheep in this live stream. We're all sheep, guys. We're all sheep. Just be wealthy sheep. You know what I'm saying? Shell company is just a company that's open with no purpose. It's just basically, they call it like a numbered company or a shell company. It doesn't operate. It kind of just exists, and fees are paid on it every year for future use. They want to steal your Bitcoin. I'm saying Bitcoin is going to go down to like 7, maybe even 6K. I think Bitcoin's possible points where it's going to stop is obviously 20K, like 19xxx. I think 12K is another spot it can stop. I think 7K is another spot it can stop. I think it's like 7,500 if I remember. And 5,800 is another spot it can stop. So they're like, Bitcoin has a few different levels of bottoms it can hit. It can go all the way down to 5,800. The theory behind your science is amazing. Thanks, man. It's a lifetime of work and I'm happy to share it. So report the channel for being god level underrated. How do you transition into Forex and stock markets? Use the same science. Don't let the market opens and closes dictate whether you think something's going to happen or not. It just accelerates the already expected, kind of like news in crypto. Look at it that way. Binance UK, I did. Yep. I talked about it in the stream. Watch the replay. Sheesh, I love this cotton calling 7K. I think we can even hit 5,800. The recent pump is a bull trap and stuff. We've been dumping since 64.6. I called that long ago. To call dumps now anytime after, I called the bear market at 42. To say that it's like, to start saying now is so pointless. You either already saw it, or you're so late it's not even funny. So I don't know who Michael Burry is. But I mean 64.6 was the top. And then the real start to the bull market was at 42, whatever. I mean, like, I did a video on it on YouTube. It's you got a picture of traders or bulls going into a blender, basically, or a meat grinder. I can't remember what the name of the video was. I think it was called, like, I called the bear market, something like that. Anything after those moments is just kind of like saying the water is blue. Like, yeah, like, dude, we know the water is blue. Like, what do you want about? Can it go down 5,800? Yep, it can. Do I think 7K could happen this year? I think it's possible. It was 49. Okay. Yeah, 49. Yeah, I don't even remember. I just call these targets so often that I don't even remember when I call them. The guy from The Big Short. Oh. Any way to utilize trust for day trading? You have to ask your tax accountants about that. Accountants and lawyers. I haven't even seen the movie Big Short. I might have seen it back in the day. I don't remember it though. I think there's a balance in everything, Scrappy. I think mastering FOT is good, but obviously butterfly effect changes everything. So Michael Burry is the one who predicted the 2008 crash and shorted the housing market. The guy's trying to discover the magical indicator in pi. Yeah, okay, so he called the housing market crash in 2008. I mean, I've done this before, but oops, not stocks. Oh god, dude, NKLA is juicing, dude. Why did we ever leave this? We made 45% on it. That's why. God damn it, dude. What am I doing? Jesus, what am I doing? I'm looking for the S&P. God damn, dude. My brain sucks today. Yeah, so the 2008 housing market crash, like, you guys are talking about the stock crash that happened here. This was seeable on the charts, by the way. I'm not going to show how. I've done this in the past, but I don't want people to start, getting too crazy with it. But I mean, just as a preset to even using basic trends. I mean, this is just, pull here to distribution cycle here, lose this. Okay, so let's do this properly. Here, right? Here to here to here to here to here, right? You lose this after rejecting the top. Aren't you just laddering off of this anyways? Right? Like, aren't you just laddering off of this? And then there's other stuff going on down here. And then all you did was hit the range of the move, right? Like, you just hit the range of the move. Like, it's so very, very straightforward that saying, like, that would be like people remembering me being like, oh, Conton is the guy who called the 64.6 top, and then I get famous off of it. It's like, okay, well, and even there's a diminished point right here, to be fair. There's like a diminished point right here where it's adapted to the 4 hour. Because I've done this a million times. I've done this with companies tons of times. It's like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, it broke trend after laddering, hit its untested level. Like, there's, I don't know, whoever Michael Burry is, I don't really, it's fine. Like, he called the crash in 2008 or whatever. That's good. I'm happy about that. Like, that's great. It's a great thing to call, but I just don't see, like, are people gonna come back 20 years later and be like, oh, Cotton is the guy who called the top at 64.6? But I did it with a science. Maybe he did the same thing with a science. I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about the guy, but I just think it's I don't know. I think it's weird. It's just all very straightforward. Like, even look here, this is tested here, backside is tested here, so then you'd be on the front side here. So when you break over this, you're moving up, right? And then you have like kind of like a final thing right here, which is like what happens right here, the backside, and moves up. Like, I don't know, it just seems weird. Like, oh, he called the crash in 2008. Sure, that's great. I don't think it's a bad, like, it's great that he called the crash. I just don't, like, I think the crash would probably be seeable by a lot of people. It's like, that shouldn't be a badge to wear. I'm famous because I called the crash. Well, like any good day trader could have seen that coming. It was just a simple trend break. It's not like it's magic in the chart. It's not like, you know, he did some unthinkable thing. It's just a very specific data point. It would be like saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to 20K because it hit this level and it's not breaking over. Well, okay, if this level holds, it's going to move down. Like, it shouldn't make somebody famous. So I don't know. The fact that he called the crash, it's great. I hope he like freaking made billions off of it or millions or whatever. But like, are people going to go in 20 years and be like, oh, Cotton's a guy who called the short? I don't know, man. But at least I used the science to call it. You know what I mean? So he probably knew something pretty important in the charts to call that. I guess that's the point of the story. Is that like great for him? I think people read more into that story maybe than what's worth reading into. But maybe not. Maybe it's just like a crazy awesome thing. Crazy awesome for him. Difference between him and me is I don't get to make money off my science. He does off his. Mine I used to spread. He made money on his, so I'm jealous. You ever consider to condense all your trade science into theories in an academic book? If the right opportunity came up, I'd consider it. Demigod asked something. There's a chain of topics you guys are talking about. Yep, it will cover more about exits. I don't know what you guys are wanting me to answer. I missed something. Magic raining. I didn't short 64.6, dude. I wish I did. I don't get to short any of these levels I talk about, dude. I'm a content creator now. I don't have time to day trade. He shorted the housing market. Yeah, I mean, the whole market crashed off that, right? DXY is just the, the S&P is just the chart that controls it all anyways. 800 million, Jesus, dude. He had shorted the housing market and that hadn't been done before. Oh, okay. Smart play on him. We're talking about a question, a very vague question for you after watching your videos. And I still don't understand. Oh, just keep working through the videos, man. There's too much content there for you to not get it. You just got to keep working through. Finally caught up on chat. Sweet. He noticed the high rating securities were comprised of the shittiest loans. He convinced the banks to create a new security and they liquidated themselves because he thought the bet was so stupid. That's pretty cool, man. That's actually pretty high level, dude. That's insane. BP and then butterfly effect, Mariotto. Chad, I would recommend joining the Discord and asking for more in-depth answers on that in Discord. Yeah, so people shorting this 15-minute inverse, like I don't agree with this. I think this is suicide. I said that earlier when somebody said that they were watching another trader 100x a short on this level. I don't understand why anybody would short this level here. You can short above it, but shorting the level is just like you're already close to liquidation on this. I think it's crazy. If anything, you would short the backside here, but I don't even think that's really valid right now. So people got liquidated on this right now, right? Like that's a liquidation right there. It's pretty close. People are basically exiting trades or, you know, praying that this gets held, but I don't think that's yeah, I don't think that's a smart trade. So, you know, win or lose, it's not a smart trade. That's a big difference what makes traders. Everybody can mark levels and my science can show people how to mark every level, but understanding when is right and wrong is a huge other game. A lot of people get too far ahead of themselves in this and they just start to mark the levels and see the accuracy and then they're like, oh god, I'm a trading god, and then they still make the wrong decisions. You know, it's really easy to create a tool set for people, but then, you know, as the creator of the tool set, I see this a lot. So like I created this science and people are using it all over the world now, but there's also like a logic flow of to what makes sense to trade and not trade. So people use the tool set just like in poker. People have GTO and ICM. Using it properly is a completely different game. Everybody can use GTO. Everybody can use ICM, just like everybody can use my science. I've created it for the world, so now the world's eyes are wide open. But using it properly is another thing completely. So I think I see this too often where people see their levels hit perfectly and they just jump in. How do we join Discord? By Patron. So you can join Patron and you'll get automatic access to Discord. My S&P 500 is SPX. SPX. Like this just held the level in its move, right? Like the level in the range of the move is going to be right here. It continued to hold the 4 hour, which is also the backside here, and moved up. That's it. S&P, very straightforward. S&P is always doing its S&P thing. Dude, I can't believe NKLA is still pushing its level. Dude, this is insane. So it is going for our $24 target that we had. It actually is going to hit our $24 target. And to think we sold back here and didn't rebuy. We were hoping for a bigger pullback. Oh, goddamn, dude. Oh, MJARF. Yes. Keep moving down. I want to get an order on MJARF down here at trend. I think it's a really great pickup. PDL still moving up. This feels sad, man. Nabriva is moving up. That's good. It needs to continue to move up and not ladder right now. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of my position on Nabriva. Numi, NVIV, nothing to see. Voyager, nothing to see. ONTX. Isn't GTT moving up like crazy again? Yeah, GTT is starting to move again. GTT sucks, man. I was so close on GTT. I was so close to making my order filled on GTT down here. I was really close. Really close, and I just missed it. Just running through some stocks real quick. I guess I should change the scene here. Let me change to the stock scene while I finish this. I don't chart S&P to take trades on it. I don't have any target on S&P. What about SAN? What is it doing? So it broke its level and moved up off its level. That's fine. SAN wasn't at a premium target anyways. I'm just going to wait on SAN. I don't have any real targets on S&P, to be honest. I just chart it to chart it. A lot of companies ask me to do S&P because they're hedged into S&P. Like, so I do it for companies when they ask, but yeah, I do less and less of that work now. As time goes on, I do less of that work and more of this work with my community. Quickly just moving through stocks. NDA is starting to look decent. God damn, dude, imagine buying NDA down here. Ugh. October. It just held its trend for so long, man. Kind of what I'm looking for with MJARF. It's just got this crazy trend that it's holding. Look how many weeks this thing held its trend, dude. That's so insane. And then it finally just breaks up. Yeah, of course it's going to have a major move. Dude, what the hell? Imagine buying this thing at like 10 cents. I think EXL could be decent down here. I think Zomedia? Nah. Maybe actually. Zomedia can be decent. It just has to continue to fall a bit. Rolls Royce about to break down. Oh, it can test again. Actually, it can test its lower range, but yeah, about to break down on Rolls Royce. Simi looks pretty good. Simi's actually starting to look really good. I'm gonna move this to purple. I'm gonna take a look at Simi after. My BIO. No, I don't think so. 23andMe. I think this is gonna be pretty interesting to watch over time. 23andMe. AMC still moving up crazy. Yeah, Clove had its move. We missed Clove. Okay. No harm, no foul on that. PLTR doesn't look all that great. Like, it kind of looks good, but like it looks like you have a big breakout, but it still looks like it's struggling a bit. Actually, PLTR looks really good. What am I saying? PLTR looks really good. How many weeks it's been moving up now? Jesus. We actually have a trend now on GME. GME trends? Let's go, dude. Tesla's still holding its trend. Yeah, it's fine. This has got time. Definitely want to get it closer to $1. How realistic is it to hit $1? It's holding backside right now. Laddering off of the backside. Pretty perfectly. Fails that, goes after the front of its move. Yeah, I would wait. I would definitely wait on CME. Semi? Chem Bio Diagnostics? Yeah, Chem Bio. If I just say it slow enough, I can make it sound real good. Chem Bio Diagnostics Inc. Like, I just make it sound interesting enough so that we all remember. Chem Bio. Sounds like a dragon. Cambodian dragon. Okay, let me catch up on chat. We're back to Bitcoin. Yeah, I just, like I said, this is not a develop a toolkit, but different understanding about when that toolkit is supposed to be used, right? You gotta just keep practicing DW. Mark the correct levels and distinguish between the smart ones. You're asking for the keys to the kingdom kind of thing, right? It's like if you knew that, you would just be infinitely wealthy because you could just always, just know every single smart trade to be in and you would never lose, right? You wouldn't need me. So it's the like in poker is a good example because our world is relatively new in day trading. Like I think my science is the first one to come out that will be used in the future. Imagine poker and its very first concepts. So shorts are now liquidated. Whoever shorted the inverse 15. So feels bad, man. Imagine the poker world, and GTO comes out, or advanced range play pre-flop, or ICM. Any of these topics. Imagine they come out, and everybody's using them. How many people are actually making money using them? Not a lot. Only the pros. Only the pros of the pros, right? So kind of look at it the same way. My toolkit may be out there, but that doesn't mean people know how to use it properly. Embedded in your brain now. Yeah, I mean, it's always very straightforward, right? Like, look, from this target right here, it breaks above because it's laddering the move and holding it. Now to this target right here, right? Or even the front side of the move right there. Like, it's the accuracy ratio is like 100%. If you know what you're doing, it's a front side, back sides. Like, there's a very, but that doesn't mean it gives you the keys to making money, right? There's like, look, here it is right here. Oh, went after this 5 minute, it's going after the next 5 minute, right? There's always like exact points on our charts, ones and zeros. It's very binary. Pointless to use a stolen level from you. Okay, you've got empty pretty numbers and a trade plan based on correct data points. It's like playing any two cards without any plan for a flop turn river. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yet there are levels that I give that are pretty insane. So but then you're copying someone who's like a world-class professional, right? So it's, there are things that I say like, oh, I'm shorting this daily level at 35 and this and this and this, and that's there are things that people do copy and they make insane amounts of money on. But then for the 99% of the other trades, like outside of me calling out one target on a stream, what do you do the rest of the 99% of the time, right? It's like if you're with a coach in poker. You could be with Phil Galfond, and he's coaching you on how to play a hand, and he's like, he sees what's happening in the move, and he's like, oh, you should go all in here because of reason X, or you should just pre-flop call stab post, right? Like there's just different ways that he's going to see that play out than you. So like having a coach tell you what to do and then being like, oh, I'm a pro, two very different things. So you're absolutely right, Liquid. And that's the way I see it. It's like, okay, well, if you're sitting with Phil Galfond and you're in the moment and he's doing all this same things you're doing, but he has a different way to see it, then, you know, what do you do the other 99% of the time that you're not with your coach, right? You know what I mean? Mad respect for you. Incredibly grateful to have found your science. Thanks, man. I want to join Discord, but I'm only halfway through FOT. You could just start off with a very basic subscription on Patreon, which is $25 a month. And if you want to learn even more and accelerate your learning, you move all the way up to expert tier. I don't think people are going to share. Dude, the Discord is like, there's so much conversation on there that happens that it's not like you're missing out on one conversation. People are having like 30 different topic conversations every day. So it'd be impossible for someone to reiterate it to you. I don't think they would anyways. It's a little scummy. Thanks so much. You're welcome, dude. Thanks for subscribing. How long do I think the crypto bear market will last? I don't think there's a point in saying bear and bull markets. Just play the levels and make the money. You already asked that, Crown of Is. Yes, it depends on if I got the right offer, I would put my information in an academic book. If I got the right offer and if it made sense for me. I'm using your hammer to try to screw things in. I think you meant that. Like, I think I understand that. You need a screwdriver, right? I think I get it, but maybe just meant it in a different way. But I think I see what you did there. Move on move. What's move? Movano? What the hell is Movano? A move on move? That's a chart I'm not getting on board with. Wait, what did I just do? Filters? What did I just click? Oh god. I don't know what I just clicked. I screwed something up. That's okay. Moving on. Watch my courses. Chose Nomesis. Other people I admired in poker? Yeah, I can go through the list. Let me catch up on chat and I will. So Phil Galfond was always the person I watched and I admired him. I was just in awe of his intelligence and the way he described things and how poised he was and cool and collected. I was just always such a huge fan of Phil Galfond. He was always so poised. Like, he would lose a hand and he would try to understand the why instead of letting the emotions dictate his reaction. He was always so poised. Like, Phil Galfond is about the chillest human being in poker there is. So I really like Phil Galfond because he's not only is he intellectually a hybrid, he's extremely intelligent as a human being. You can tell. The things that he says, you can just see that he knows so much more than he's leading on. And yeah, he was always my number one. Other people I really like in poker, in terms of what I value as a player, I was never a huge Tom Dwan fan. I think he's okay, but I think his ego was a little too inflated. I think what he shows the world, I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I think Tom Dwan is an amazing player. I just think that he puts his ego on a plaque and uses that as a tool. So he's very smart in the way he does his poker game. But I just didn't resonate well with me. But he's a very good player and he's very smart. I look for something different. I look more for the type like Phil Galfond, who has this level of intelligence behind them. And I'm not saying Tom Dwan isn't intelligent. I'm saying I guess I respect how poised Galfond is versus what I see in Tom Dwan. Daniel Negreanu, I always respected a lot. I respected him because he's an old poker dog, but he can hang with the cool kids, right? Like, he's somebody that he still sets trends in his age, which is crazy. It's crazy. Usually it's taken, you know, these theories and concepts that people make are typically one person makes one concept, another person advances another concept. Like that's part of what I pride myself in being so great at what I'm doing, is I'm not making one concept for other people to then improve that concept. I'm here grinding and figuring this stuff out, and I've been doing it for 15 years or 12 years, 13 years, going on 14 soon. I didn't just figure out one topic. I figured out that topic and it bred the entire science. And I didn't share that with anybody. It was pieces, like I've created everything in this world for that. So I'm proud of that. But I think often in the poker world, you have one person figure out one piece, another person figure out another piece. That's why I like Phil Galfond so much, because I feel like he figured out it all. He figured it all out. I think Negreanu is really good in that respect too. Who else do I like? Personality wise, love Lex V. Lex V is like awesome, and he still streams. He's still an active player. Veldhouse is wicked. He has great content creator, great poker player, all around awesome. Trying to think of other people I really respected though as players. It was always Phil Galfond. He was always kind of my go-to. Mental analysis wise, Elliot Rowe is a god. Elliot Rowe, although he's not a poker player, he's in the poker world. Elliot Rowe is a mental analysis god. I really respect Elliot Rowe. I think he's amazing. You know, a lot of the stuff I talk about is the same stuff he talks about. I think Elliot Rowe is awesome. Other poker players though, like I mean, Phil Ivey, but I don't like his ego. He's earned the right to have it. Don't get me wrong. Phil Ivey's a god at poker. He's earned the right to have it, but him and Tom Dwan, just I don't resonate well with that. I resonate more with somebody who's soft-spoken and just kind of thinks inside their head, because that's what I do. I just have a really good streamable personality too, because I'm a very eccentric person. I'm very whimsical. I'm Irish. I was raised on tarot cards, candy, and sayings. Like it's just who I am. But I would want my intelligence to define me and not my personality. Although my personality is perfectly fine. I love my personality. It's great for streaming and all these things, but I wouldn't want it to be my like defining characteristic. I'd want people to look up to me for my intelligence before they were like, oh man, that guy's so funny. Yeah, sure, great. I make good jokes, but I prefer people respect me for my intelligence, because I've worked hard all my life to create something. So I'm biased. But yet again, I see the value in being a good entertainer and creator, because then I can hook more people in to watch my stuff, right? So I don't know, man. That's a really hard question, because there's people I like for different reasons. Dwan and Ivy, I think, are great players. I wouldn't idolize over them. I idolize over Phil Galfond. I think he's awesome. I love watching Helmuth and Alexa V. I love watching them. And Negreanu and Galfond, I really respect their level of intelligence and what they've been able to accomplish. So yeah, different strokes, I suppose. Tonka's okay. I don't know too much about Tonka. I mean, I know he's a great player. I've seen him play. He's a very talented poker player, of course. I mean, of course he is. You just have to look at his results, and yeah, I mean, the results speak for themselves. I'm not in touch with any of the newer people, other than the streaming personalities like Matt Staples and, you know, a couple people like that. Oh, you know who I really like? Model Boy. What the hell is his name? The Brunsons. Yeah, they're okay. They're good. They're good stuff. Legacy OGs. Patrick Antonius. I think he's a pretty damn good player. I think Patrick Antonius is very much like Negreanu. He's been in the game for a long time and he can still compete, despite his visuals and that he was a model in the past. I think, you know, he's a very good player. Patrick Antonius is awesome. The Magician is good. Esfandiari, I believe his name is. The Magician. Esfandiari. He's pretty good too. He's a decent player, but he's a little up and down in terms of results. Like he has really hot runs and then he has really cold runs. I think he makes really brilliant plays and I think he makes really questionable plays. I think he has moments of brilliance, but then I also question some of the things he used to do in poker. I'm like, why? It's just like he's such a high variance player, I suppose. Trading algorithm? No, not possible. Power Trap Hydrogen Capital? Is that the one I looked at? No. I wouldn't touch it. I've gone to sleep with 100x's open. Yeah, watch my trading video on bots. No, I just do it through Patreon, dude. People have asked me about that before, like doing it through GateX and crypto payments. I don't know. I just do it through Patreon. I'm gonna keep it that way. I've seen Rounders. Yeah, with Matt Damon, I've seen it. I'm not into these, like, I'm not, I never was into like the hardcore trading world. Like, oh, Rounders and The Big Short and all these movies. Like, I probably have seen them once, and like, I've probably seen them once. And I don't have this like love towards them because they're about stock market. Like I watch Billions because of the actors. I have no care that it's about the stock markets. And it doesn't even actually phase me. I kind of just have this disconnect when I watch things like that. So like Rounders and The Big Short and stuff like that, I never watched them. Like, so I've met a lot of people in this industry, and a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh man, I wanted to be a day trader ever since I saw this scene in Rounders or whatever. Ben Affleck makes this speech at a table, and like I never had that connection to these movies. But I've met a ton of people who are like, oh, I wanted to be a day trader ever since. I wanted to be in the markets as soon as I saw that movie. That they have this connection to it where it's like they see them a part of themselves in that. They like the allure. I never had that. Never. I actually have a complete disassociation when I watch these types of movies. I kind of just watch them and get lost in the story. I don't really kind of put myself in situations. Like I wouldn't be sitting beside my wife being like, you see they're doing that thing with the hedge fund I told you about. You see? Like, we don't even talk about trading. We talk about content creation. I don't even talk about trading in life. This world is so separated. I'm probably the same way I take like other course creators and other things like that. I just don't have any association to them. I'm not watching the movies and having that connection. I just complete disassociation with it. But I think that's also what helps me and it's not like a choice thing. It's just the way my mind works. It's just I don't connect them in the moment. I just don't. I think it's because I really don't give a shit about the day trading world, and I really don't care about it. It's just kind of a byproduct to me. I care more about the science. I care more about like data points and what they communicate and making logic out of this thing. Like I don't really care about the day trading world. I don't really care about like the Wall Street grind. I don't give a shit about any of that. I specifically laser in on, hey, there's a science with data points. Like, I don't care anything about the trading world. But it also keeps me completely neutral so that I can see these things. You said you took a course from him. I've seen Elliot Rowe's work. It's amazing, dude. Elliot Rowe has a masterclass course that's incredible. So if you're looking for mental analysis work that's similar to mine, Elliot Rowe's, but it's going to be similar to mine, right? So because we talk about a lot of the same stuff. It's just like choice blindness, choice paralysis, things like that are just known in the intellectual world. It's because I don't know how much his course is, but it's probably pretty expensive. But his masterclass, I've seen his other work, and his masterclass is kind of like a combination of all of it. Yeah, amazing work from what I've seen. New subscriber here. Right on, dude. What's up, HK? We love your personality and intelligence. Thanks, Monplay. Almost target re. What I'm looking forward to on Bitcoin? Nothing. Taking my next short. There's possibly something that can hold it back, like 35.4. But like I said, 35K is where I'm looking. Like I talked about this earlier in the stream. So this is it right here. The target just got hit. So I talked about this just like a little while ago on stream, that this is what I would be looking for. Fuck, I missed my trade on 88 down because I was talking in chat. That's okay. I said 35. It has to hit 35K and see how it hits. So what did it hit? It hit 35 exactly. So target to the cent. 35K. I talked about this a little earlier today. I said 35K is what can pull it back. So if this pulls it back, then great. If not, then it's probably breaking up its range and starting a bit of a move up. Ever thought about trying something boxing similar to poker? More mental and mind games? No, dude. I've got a family, and I spend all my free time with them. Taking up a hobby that requires me to leave my house and participate in things probably isn't going to happen. By the whale that sold at 35K. I think this is what has to hold a level. I don't know if I'd be willing to open a short here though. There's like 30. Let me There's one more level it can hit. It's like 35 400. It can reject off that, but 35k is more likely to happen. I'm not taking either short though. Watch my videos if you want to see what the science, my science is faster. Just go through my videos as fast as you can. What's your IQ? You seem crazy smart. I've never taken an IQ test. I'm not sure. I think intelligence is not a barometer like that. Like EQ is important, IQ is important. There's different ways to scale IQ. An IQ test, I don't know, man. I've never taken one. It could be awesome, it could be terrible. I have no idea. To the effing cent. Is this BE expertise? Great calls time and time again. I think 35 can hit, like I said earlier, I think 35 is a short, but I'm saying right now, I also don't really think that 35 is a level that I would. Can it hit? Yes. And now you're hitting the 1 minute level right here. It's got to hold this down. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's going to hold the move. I would be looking for something larger. Like you're possibly back up at 40,000 again, maybe 39,000, 40,000. I'm not going to give exact targets out yet. I'm going to see how it reacts first, but 39,000, like 39.1 maybe. No, 39 on the dot. A little under 39, right? Like, just call it 39,000 for ease of conversation. You used to say 39,000. Yeah, 39,000 I think is the right. You also have like 37,000 range too. $37.5 is another one. Like if Bitcoin's move holds itself down here, it's going to be, you know, pretty devastating for people who are in a long. The thing is, Bitcoin is just hammering on its level, and it's not really even breaking down to anything down here. Like it just looks like it wants to move up. That's what I'm going to say about Bitcoin. It looks like it wants to move up back into a different range, back into some of this stuff up here. Possibly the daily right here. This is already tested. The backside 4 is tested, so possibly this. Possibly. Possibly. You can also break up to 35.6 and reject. I said Bitcoin has to hold this to move down. I don't know though. Don't like it. I don't like it. So in the patron tier over the weekend, on Saturday, this is where I had told people to get in, is on, oh sorry, here, this trend test. Because this was Saturday, right? Saturday at like 8 in the morning or something. That would be the 26th at like 8 in the morning. So if anybody's ever wondering like stuff we talk about in the expert tier, you know, I was talking about how this was like the perfect trade to get into. So now whether people take this or not, it's not my prerogative to see that. But you know, the tone of Saturday was we're moving up, and you get in on this trend test, and then so it hit perfectly there. It held its level, hit trend, and that was it. So you know, expert tier, for anybody who's wondering, you know, it's not like I give call outs in expert tier, but week after week, time after time, we hit these perfect these targets perfectly, and then it's just like, because this is what we were talking about, you know, right in here, how it can come out to trend, test trend, and you buy trend if trend holds with a level, and that's what happened. So trend holds with a level, and yeah, week after week, people in expert tier is like, how much money do they make? Like 20% on this trade if they're selling it, 10%. So I mean, expert tier is obviously, you know, the shit. Not to shill it, but yeah, if you ever want to join expert tier, we talk about very high level stuff in there, very different types of trades and stuff I don't talk about on stream, right? Like a higher level of trading. So expert tier just continues to be amazing. It's like just every week. It's kind of what we do. What do you make of the big Bitcoin pump? Nothing. Something seems fishy to you? Nah, it's just normal TA, man. It had a trend, it moved up. Expert tier is 1000% worth of money. Once you get in, you can't get out. You're gonna keep paying the 645. It's so worth it, dude. Expert tier is like so Sudexy is an expert tier. People just preach expert tier because it's just worth it. I'm gonna quietly say this: if you're thinking about joining expert tier, I would recommend you do it this week after the 1st. That's all I'm gonna say. I would recommend it. You're the best. Thanks, man. Did I miss something particular? No, not necessarily. Waiting on the 1st of the month. I wouldn't wait much longer than that. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it quietly today, and I'm not going to mention it again. If you guys are thinking about joining expert tier, I would do it soon. That's all I'm saying. Not going to say anything after that. Join the giveaway. Guys, there's 2 days left in the giveaway. Spam ! Giveaway. Make sure you join the giveaway because it's 2 days. It's over. It's a free giveaway for people. It's for a $2,000 clock. It's an insanely cool clock. I'd recommend if you're thinking about joining expert tier to do it ASAP. Bitcoin's now holding this level, right? Just following the trail of levels. $9.12. Wow. Renova looks like it's stabilizing nicely. I really want to see MJARF break down. I think there's an amazing trade to be had on MJARF. I think this thing's gonna pop like a friggin' balloon, man. I think MJARF looks really good. I'm so sad about NKLA, about getting out of it too early. Sad moments. Wah, wah. The winner on the giveaway is chosen by the program. What is this thing called? Gleam. It's chosen automatically. Life hit you hard this week. Thanks for all you do. Oh man, I hope everything's okay, Vale. Expert tier is good for anybody. It just helps you learn faster. The things we talk about, like this month, we're doing a hardcore challenge. So this month coming up in expert tier, we're doing a what's called a hardcore challenge. So everybody starts with $1,000 bankroll, and then we work together to. Sorry, I'm misclicking things here. Everybody works together to see how much they can grow a $1,000 account every single week. So I call it the hardcore challenge. It's one of the things I did when I was first starting to help me grow my account. My lines show price on the right. Just an option. Just right click your thing and you can Google it. It's just an option you select in TradingView. Take 50%. You can build an account that way if you want. Completely subjective to your personal goals, I suppose. I think setting one defined strategy for every outcome is not smart. $35K can hold it for sure. I wanted to enter ADA down at $35K, but I feel like I shouldn't now. Give you advice, study my courses. I'm a week in and learned for a week now, and I did some small trades and gained some confidence today. I did 140% on my active account. Oh, you've been through Blueprint. You're using active and passive accounts. Good job, dude. Very nice. Very nice. I think at this point we're going to either call it or boot up a game of Hearthstone. 9:15. What do we do? Play a game of Hearthstone and watch BTC for another whatever minutes? Oh, people are typing giveaway in Twitter. That doesn't work. You have to be in Twitch to type giveaway. That tweet is just my stream title. A competition for sponsorship to Discord. Discord's $25 a month. It doesn't need a competition. Chill with Hearthstone? Sure. Expert tier and annual tier. So annual tier is just paying for 12 months to lock in a price and to get some additional benefits. Expert tier is just per month you pay. So if you wanted to lock in any tier on an annual basis, you can. People do that all the time because they want to lock in the price. It protects them from changing prices, right? Like if the price were to go up, you've locked it in. So you could just take expert tier month to month, or you could pay for the whole thing up front. And then there's typically a bonus when you pay for the whole thing up front. I use stop loss. You gotta watch more of my videos, dude. New game today? Probably not. Probably just Hearthstone. Hearthstone is just something that's easy enough to walk into and just play once, or once a day, 1 or 2 games a day. It's a slow grind, but you know what? The Hearthstone grind is real. Saturdays at 7 a.m. my time is the expert tier stream, and then there's a replay always up. I love your stream, so amazing. Thanks, man. If you join before July 1st, you're going to get recharged on July 1st. Just so you know, because patron charges every month. The benefit of joining before July 1st is you're going to have Elementals, Mechs, Dragons, Demons, Beasts. No more locks, so George loses value. Elementals with George is good. Mechs with George is useless. Dragon George is so-so. Demon George is good. Beast George is useless. So George is like 50-50 here. Kind of force Elementals if you go George, I guess. Or we go Takitis. Maybe we just go Takitis. Do you want a hero power every 4? Do we want a discovery every 4 turns, or do we want Divine Shields? Probably just Takitis, right? We'll go George. Screw it. We'll go George. Yeah, if you join before July 1st, you get all this month's content. You just have to watch it in the next few days. So you would ideally join today, watch all of this month's content, but you'd get charged again on the 1st. So you'd be paying for 2 months, but you get all this month's content, which is all the setup to the hardcore challenge. Another day I'll analyze Bank Nifty. You're locked into a price if you subscribe to the tier. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, that price is locked if you join the tier. Some people like to join annually because there's typically other benefits to that. Yeah, I think joining expert tier is worth it. I mean, everybody has to make that decision on their own. I can't, obviously coming from my mouth, it sounds a little skewed. Like, oh, is it worth it? Well, like, I mean, I think it is. But of course I think it is. I'm the one who hosts it. So everybody loves expert tier. How much annually? Whatever it is on Patreon. You can see that on Patreon when you sign up. It's that times 12. So whatever the cost of it is, times 12. Like I said, anybody asking about expert tier, I'd recommend you join pretty soon. That's all I'm gonna say. No crypto. It's patron only. So whatever patron accepts. I believe they accept PayPal, credit cards. I use my bank for any non-crypto trading. This is not bad. I mean, you could take the party elemental and the cat, right? Like, it's not bad. Yeah, you take the cat and the party elemental here. There's a reform. You get rid of this one. You take the party elemental. It's not ideal, but it's okay. It's okay. With George, you don't want to take too much damage early with George. Like, I you know, consider selling this and just going straight to 3, but yeah, I don't think you want to really take too much damage with George too early. Like, you need to have room to develop, and then your hero power carries you late. With George, you don't want to. You're already at a disadvantage early game because other people have hero powers that are better than yours. So, Olanet says best decision I ever made was to sign up to annual expert tier. He is not lying. Expert tier is sick. Yeah, I mean, I can't really just go and be like, oh yeah, it's the best thing ever, because obviously it's gonna be kind of biased, right? Like, it's coming from the person who hosts it. So I think it's amazing. But you know, so you go here and here, right? You buy these two because the dragon is the most stats, and not only is it the most stats, but it gives you scalability later. This is pretty decent. Like the 3-5, the 3-2, the 3-3, the 2-2, the 1-1. Like, this is pretty decent. A pretty decent board for this early in the game. Bitcoin's still falling. Yeah, I mean, like I said, 35 can hold it down. I don't know if it's a trade I'd be, you know, gung-ho to enter, but more so I was looking at 88 down and I missed my... It's fucking stupid. I missed my buy on it because of chat. Not because of chat, because of the stream. But it's just part of, you know, how it is for me. Hopefully he goes here. That's great. Great first hit. So we win now because of that 50-50, right? That's a great hit. Go here. It doesn't matter at this point. Go here. Okay, so we win. Minimum win on that first hit is a minimum win, I believe. And then a tie is worst case outcome after that first hit. Yeah, so you just level and take another steward, right? Like, that's pretty straightforward here. You just take the pair. You look to triple the pair into a 5. You know, really with George, I don't think Bran is that bad. Although there is a Reno, so Reno's going to be digging for Brans too. So you don't want to compete with Reno for Brans. But yeah, really, what 5 drops are you really looking for with Reno that can really scale? You don't have Murloc, so Bran loses instant credibility. I guess a Mama Bear would be really good here. Mama Bear on 5 would be good. There's no elementals that really do anything on 5. Nomi would be okay. It's more delayed scale. You kind of want that instant scale, but okay, Nomi would be not bad. There's no max. You just don't want to go max here. Dragons, yeah, the dragon would be good. The whatever that 2/4 that scales off the dragons, I can't remember what it's called. And demons, there's no real demons you'd want. Mal'Ganis would be good to start developing, but you really need to be developed before Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis is just kind of like good stats. Divine Shield, yeah, decent. So there's a couple really high takes. Ah, that sucks, dude. I hope he hits here. Ah, thank God. Like, I'm gonna lose this. I just hope to kill this kind of stuff here. Not bad. 1 damage off. I mean, yeah, Reno, yikes, dude. He's strong. He's got a triple. He's got the cleave. It's got stats. He's strong, dude. Took minimum, which is nice, but he's strong, man. Yes, joining expert tier today would mean paying again on the first correct. You take Army of the Empire always here, for sure. It's almost worth double selling here to scale both of these because it's a lot of stats, and the Rat Pack becomes pretty big, but I don't think you're quite there yet. We need to land something right. No, we have one more roll, actually. Shit, this would be great if we had the gold. We don't have the gold, so we can't. Oh, we don't have a demon, so I guess we keep these. 1, 2. Yeah, no, you could actually double sell here is pretty strong. Because I actually think you double sell here. How sick is that double sell? You double sell here and you pump both of these, so you're getting double over on stats. That has to be correct, right? And then you can go Menagerie. Yeah, this is actually correct. That's It looks odd, but it's so many stats. It's not even funny. Then you go like this, freeze, sell this. Oh, you don't freeze. I have 3 gold. I forgot. Oh, that's fine. Really screwed myself over this gold, but I spent my gold. This isn't real. I don't have 4 gold left. Just a glitch. Actually, really decent. I'm gonna divine shield this next turn and unlevel. This and this are great because then I can get a second one of these, get that soul devour, get a triple, get the double hit on it. That's a terrible, terrible hit for me. I win always here, right? I always win. Hopefully this goes here, doing more damage. That's good. Okay, actually not bad. That double dragon cell, I really like that. Yeah, this is a visual bug. I don't have 4 gold left. I might have had 1. I definitely don't have 4. And we just hero power this, right? Like there's nothing here that you buy. No, you just roll in hero power. Hello? Put this first. You get another one of these, you eat this one, you get a triple third one. Yeah, that's really good actually. Really good play. I think I might just go straight to 5. Do you ever divine shield the molten rock? I mean, it's getting bigger. Bolvar is not worth it. I think I made maybe 1 mistake this game. I could have played that 1 turn a little faster and done a little better, but like this is huge. This is such a big unit to have for scaling. I really need to get Light Fangs now. Keep this, get Light Fang, hero powered. So maybe actually I do hero power. I think I do. I think I level in hero power this. It feels weird, but I'm pretty sure it's right. Hopefully this into there. Yes, nice. And then hopefully the dragon into there. Dragon into here, dragon into here. Ah, damn it, dude. Chill out, man. Oh, that's a good hit. That's really good. That's a big hit. This needs to go here. Shit. This goes here, please, please. Okay, then we have to like chain hit this. Hit this one again, please. Oh, actually decent outcome. Best outcome possible. Because, you know what? Otherwise, I would have taken 2 more damage. That's fine. So I just go to 5 now. Look for the Light Fang. Oh, man. That's so good. I only get 2 buffs off of it. So is it that good? Like okay, so I level, right? Always level. Sell the party elemental. No. Because I'd have to sell this and this. Not worth. I just do this here. Because if I get a Light Fang now, it scales really well. I almost considered buying this, but not worth it. Not for the 2 health. I mean, I need a Light Fang in order to keep this, but this is good for now. This keeps me, you know, pretty straight now. Dude, this guy's tier 5 with 30 HP as a Reno. That's insane, dude. So lucky, man. Yeah, every week we have a private stream show, so every week there's more stuff coming. Every single week, dude. I need to get another Soul Devour for this. And then a 3rd one and just scale it off anything. Like this thing will get massive. I can't all in like that, but it's free gold. Like this one would be free gold. It's 3 free gold, so I get another unit. I don't divine shield that one. But I do like the idea of taunting this with the Arm of the Empire, but I don't think we're keeping Arm of the Empire long term. We're not. We're going just like Menagerie, Faceless. Do we ever go Bran? I don't think so. Hopefully it hits this one again. I guess it doesn't matter because this hits that clears this dies on that hits one of these, hopefully right side somewhere. That's a great hit. That's fantastic. This cleave sucks, but you know what? It's fine. We go here. Yep, good. There, that's yep, and we win. The rest doesn't matter. We always win this now. Wow, lucky hits for sure. But really, this thing's carrying me. Okay, so this is not as good as it looks. The Soul Juggler is half decent here. The dragon is a must. I think the dragon is good enough because we're gonna need a dragon if we go Menagerie, and this dragon's gonna scale with my hero like better than anything. So Nomi or Mal'Ganis. Oh, what do we do here? Do we just buy the Nomi and see if we can transition? Or do we just roll and keep going? Maybe we buy the Nomi and try to transition. I think it's early enough that we can get away with this for now. Nomi, roll once, hero power the Draconoid. We sell this elemental. Oh man, this is risky, but I think we Nomi here. Is there anybody? Am I fighting for elementals with anybody? This guy's elementals. And he's gonna probably golden. Shit, didn't I just play him? He wasn't that heavy into elementals. Yeah, I think we buy the Nomi here. And there's the mama bear, but that's okay. We don't need this. We do take this. We do take this. Or do we just hero power right now? I think we hero power freeze. God, dude, that's so awkward. We take this. Like, we have to buy this, right? And then we just sell 2 units. And hero power the Draconoid? I think so. Or do we just buy this and skip? But we have to buy this. It's just, do we sell this and this? Yeah. That's fine. It's a little. It saves me gold next turn, and hopefully this is enough to carry me through. This has enough damage already. This one, I don't care about the damage on this one. That was a bad hit. This one needs to go here. That's a good hit. Oh, his Arm of the Empire is going to destroy me. Oh, this needed to be before. Ugh. That's a good hit. Hopefully here to here. Here to here, here to here, please. Yes, nice, dude. Actually win this again, too. Man, that's pretty lucky attack order I'm getting. Really lucky attack order. I should not have won that. I screwed up my order, and my turn was kind of put me at a bit of a disadvantage. I didn't freeze that board. Hopefully I unfroze, right? I did unfreeze, didn't I? Yeah, I did. We have to just kind of go with the elemental strategy now. Shit, did I just roll through an elemental? No, I didn't. Nothing here. The dragon? No, it's not worth it. 2 mama bears already, though. I mean, I guess the Major Domo was worth it since we're going to be scaling elementals, but this kind of sucks right now. We need Ellie's. Okay, there's an elemental. That's good. Major Domo. We sell this guy here. We buy this, right? We go here. We Divine Shield this, I suppose? Or the Nomi. I don't think this is permanent, so never this. Maybe just the Nomi because the Nomi's permanent. Or do we want a Divine Shield? I think we want to Divine Shield this just because it's stats. Or we can Divine Shield the Nomi and put the Nomi here. I think the Nomi is what you do. Because I'm not keeping this. The Wildfire is going to get replaced very quickly. The Nomi I'll keep. Yeah, okay. You know what? The Nomi... Yeah, that's fine. This is decent. I'm not even keeping the Soul Devour. All this stuff will get scaled out as soon as I can start finding more units. It's a little risky doing like Nomi this late in the game, but I think it's okay. I think that's fine. Just don't want to get this cleaved. I don't care if this gets cleaved. Hitting this would be atrociously bad, right? These will get replaced as well, so that's why I don't care about the Army of the Empire anymore. So just please don't cleave this. That's the only thing. I don't want to play someone with a cleave and who cleaves this one. Okay, good. We're good. Ugh, that was a brutal hit. That's a good hit. That's a terrible hit. That's half decent. That's good. That's great. Oh yeah, we went again. Dude, we're high rolling. We're high rolling, dude. Recover the investment. I mean, it takes time, right? It takes time to recover any investment. I don't think it's like a one-to-one thing. People who expect it to be like an instantaneous thing are like bound to lose money. There's nothing on this board I want to sell to scale this. I end up just... I guess I keep this, but maybe I sell it after. I'm not really sure. Oh, so good, dude. So good, man. I guess we roll once more before we use this. Wow. Talk about an insane set of rolls. You always sell this. At first you buy this, right? Because you do want to keep those two for sure. Scale here. You just end up with 1 gold. It's just, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You just end up with 1 gold. Because you need the genie out. You need the genie out 100% of the time here.
you're definitely going for those. Okay, so now we can do things a little differently. I think we now put this here because this will probably stay because it's just going to get so big. So we definitely want the stats on that. We want this here. Nomi for the cleave. We want this to hit. We want that to hit. What are we playing? Mechs. So do we want a bumper first? I guess we want the bumper first. Divine Shield bumper. Bumper you. Bumper hit. Yeah, good. Perfect. We're good. We're likely winning this lobby, I think now. This is a really, really big take. And same with this Jin is like huge here. Oh, he's mechs, but he's not really mechs. What? Didn't it say he's mechs? Oh, I hovered over the wrong person. Oh no. Oh, it doesn't matter. The bumper is fine. Oh, that's terrible, dude. What a bad hit, man. What another bad hit. 2 bad hits. Okay, good. He hit this. That's fine. That's okay. This remains intact. I got lucky. That's gonna run into there. That's fine. You run into this. That sucked. You run into this. So I do lose this. Hopefully I can kill this. Ah, come on, dude. That's fine. He's really strong. Holy shit, he's got a lot of stats. So we've got this. I guess we level here. Oh, that's a hard level. I need more Nomis. I don't think you level here. I think you just take the lost stat. Take this one. Sell this one. Play this. Sell this. Play this. Buy this. Roll through. Dragon. He didn't have any elementals I need, did he? No, he was mixed. He might have had a rag. I guess we go for the rag, right? Sell the Soul Devourer, go for the rag. It's pretty risky. We just sell this, right? It's not strong enough. Go for the rag. Got a rag. Hopefully we hit it. Light Fang. No, that's fine. Cost me 1 gold to try. We have to hero power this. Ideally, we would have got another elemental here. Oh, that's really good. Buy this and play it. Yeah, this is going to be better than this. It's a little backwards, but it's okay. We still need to keep this. It's too much stats. We can get rid of this once we get rid of the Soul Devour combo there. Oh no, dude. Hopefully I attack first. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh good. I mean, it's still terrible, but it's better than... Dude, I think I'm out of the game here. He's too strong. Yeah, I'm out. He's too strong. The ghoul killed me. That would have been nice. Yeah, just too strong. I tried to know me and I just couldn't scale fast enough. Not strong enough. Oh well, good game. 4th place, 0. You don't want to play this game, dude. It's terrible. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow 7 a.m. Great stream. Thank you everybody for being here. Tax talk, all this cool stuff that we did today, and expert tier. You know what I said about it, so do make your choice. I'll catch up on chat real quick here as we do the outro. Hot smoke in the Okanagan area this last week, 40 and up. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Nice job, dude. $2,000 100x trade. Nice job, man. I would advise paying for the expert tier for the remaining days if you want to be a part of the hardcore challenge, which starts next month. Yeah, I think about looking at it like, oh, I'd pay $6.45 to make minimum $6.45 this month. Don't join if that's your idea of it. I'll just kick you out. I've banned people on expert tier before. I actually banned someone this weekend for doing that. Yeah, Olin has a good take. The replays alone this month are worth $6.50 for sure. You don't get the replays for, like, on the 1st, the replays go away. So you people won't have access. I'll actually be taking them down on the 30th this month. So people who join won't have access to the last month's content. Typically, I leave it up for a few days, but I don't really find that fair. So I'm just going to be taking them down on the 30th. Saturday streams are 2 hours. Yep. Okay, guys. See everybody tomorrow. Great stream. Thanks for being here. And cheers.